Chapter 6. Neville had, of course, made a terrible blunder by announcing his engagement to Mother prematurely. Jeffery was in a foul mood all the next day, and even I was a bit on edge when Billy announced we would be making a trip into the city. We rarely went to the city without Mother, and never to the seedy part of town, where mangy dogs scampered through the rubbish and drunken sailors staggered around singing songs to themselves. The alleyways were packed so tightly, they seemed to block out all memory of the sun. I had never felt so anxious to return. Billy, what are we doing here? I don't think Mother would like us in this part of London.
You're right, but I have a friend I need to meet. It's a personal matter. Let's not tell your mum and keep the secret between us, eh?
Not like she'll know. She's at her meeting until this afternoon.
Right. You four stay here and don't get into trouble. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Now what? Guess we wait.
What do we have here, Nigel?
Looks like some kittens lost their way.
Hey, what you reading?
Oh, hey,
Give that back!
pass it here, George. Yeah, hey, right back at you.
Succeed! Give it
Hey, pass it back.
Oh,
My
take that!
Oh, ow, why you little... Ah.
Again.
Hey, leave them alone,
Or what?
or I'll...
Jeffery, don't! Billy told us not to get into trouble. Besides, they're not worth it.
Fine.
Waiting for your old man to come out? Or is it your mum that's in there?
That does it.
Oh. Get him, George.
Don't touch my brother!
Get him, Jeffery! Get him! I'm gonna get you!
You little brat. I'm gonna get you back.
Hey,
back.
right another
Jeffery!
there!
Oh, come on!
Oh,
Come on!
Stop it!
Chin. Right in the spleen. Oh my. Not my kidney.
I didn't think you would come this early. I take it you've made your decision, then?
I'm out.
Really?
I won't help you steal from them. They don't deserve it.
Deserve it? What have the rich ever given us? Nothing. We starve in the streets as they attend their parties. We have to take what we can to survive.
The Hathaways are different. They're not like that. They're good people.
Oh, I see. You think they're becoming the family you never had. Let me tell you, Cobbs, you're nothing. Nothing but a hired servant who can easily be replaced, especially when they find out you're nothing but a common thief.
I'm not a thief. Not anymore. I'm turning over a new leaf.
And you think your new family will believe that? Men like you and me can never change.
You're wrong, McTavish. They'll believe me, and I'm not like you. I can change.
We'll see.
My business here is done. So long, McTavish.
Mark my words, Cobbs. The past always catches up with us. In the end.
What happened? Where have you been?
Lady Hathaway, you're home early. We were,
Billy took us to a tavern!
Jeffery Theodore and Catherine Jane Hathaway. What in heaven's name happened to you two?
It wasn't their fault. Two bullies took Catherine's book and wouldn't give it back, so I kicked one, and he pushed me, so Jeffery wanted to punch him, but Catherine wouldn't let him. But then they insulted you and Father, so Jeffery and Catherine got in a fight. What?
It's true, Ma'am. I'd gone inside the tavern to deal with a personal matter, and when I came out, Jeffery and Catherine were wrestling with two boys. Had to help the constable break 'em up, and then
A
after
constable? You four go to your rooms this instant and clean yourselves up. Neville is coming for dinner.
But, Mother...
I will discuss all of your actions later. A word in my study, Mr. Cobbs?
Yes, Ma'am. If it makes you feel better, I didn't allow the children to go inside the tavern.
Who are you, Mr. Cobbs?
I'm not sure what you mean.
I wrote a letter to Mr. McTavish about your previous employment. This is his response. He said he has never had anyone named Billy Cobbs employed at his estate.
Look, I don't know anything about an estate. I was hired by a man named Henry McTavish.
I don't want to hear your excuses. I cannot believe you put my children's lives in danger.
I put their lives in danger. At least I spent time with them.
How dare you? I provide for my children. Everything I do is for them.
But you don't even know them. Jeffery should be taking horse riding lessons. Catherine should be able to read whatever book she wants. And Trevor and Grace should be able to
The
know...
insolence! How I raise my children is none of your concern.
It is, since I'm their nanny. Caretaker.
Not anymore, you're not.
What are you saying?
As of this moment, Mr. Cobbs, you are dismissed from this household. You are to pack your bags and leave the premises immediately. And if you ever step foot on my estate again, I will call the police. Do you understand?
Yes, Lady Hathaway. The children have already lost their father. Make sure they don't lose their mother. Claire, am I glad to see you. Blimey! What was that for?
How could you? We trusted you.
How could I what? What are you talking about?
Don't pretend like you don't know. I found this hidden under your mattress. How could you? How could you steal Mr. Hathaway's pocket watch?
McTavish must have planted it on me. I should have known he'd pull something like this.
A likely story.
Look, yes, I was hired by McTavish to snoop around and help him rob the place.
What?
But then I met you and the children, and I couldn't go through with it anymore. McTavish knew that, so he found a way to get rid of me.
Well.
Claire, I would never steal from the Hathaways. You have to believe me.
Believe you? How can I? You know, I thought you were different. Guess I was wrong. You're nothing but a common thief who's in it for himself.
Claire, I've changed.
Leave! Just leave.
Claire.
Don't make me do it, Billy. Don't make me call the police.
Goodbye, Claire. Thank you for the dance.
I used to believe I could see who a person was in their eyes, a sure way to tell what they've seen, what they've felt. I thought I'd recognize who he was when I finally found love, someone who I could trust, who I could talk to. What scares me most is I came so close. I hold in my hand something that I wish I had never found. A gold pocket watch, never gave it much thought until I found it here in his room, where it shouldn't have been, where I wouldn't have seen if I hadn't walked in. There are some things that can't be unseen. I saw the gleam from the gold and knew it had been stolen. A simple thing, but in that moment I questioned what I felt when I met him. A casual walk and a casual little conversation was all that I wanted, all that I thought I'd get. And yet, with every word that he said that I heard, I began to believe I could be what he wanted, just not as much as that golden touch. I saw the gleam in his eyes and thought it was for me. That kind of look that told me everything I had hoped to know. It felt just like letting go. For what it's worth, was it worth it? Losing the gold for a golden moment, trading the thing you wanted the most, just to pretend, just to pull me in close, showing a girl a little romance, spinning around in a dizzying dance, just to lose what you never even had. Guess it wasn't meant to was nothing real, was every little kindness you showed me only meant to control me. Tried to convince me you didn't mean to steal a thing. Well, how could I trust you? How could I trust a thief? A man who says what he means only when he gets caught, when he can't lose a thing, 'cause he's already lost it. Some people lie, and some try to hide behind the gleam in their eyes, a hypnotizing thing. I was sure we'd found that rarest form of luminous love that most only dream of. Whatever we'd found, it was gone when I turned around. For what it's worth, was it worth it? Losing the gold for a golden moment, trading the thing you wanted the most, just to pretend, just to pull me in close, showing a girl a little romance, spinning around in a dizzying dance. Was I too much? Was I just not enough? I guess we'll never know. wanted to believe.